So, you're going to see multiple videos like this up until Thursday. I'm calling out all the a-holes on this team who haven't performed as well as they have in the past. And before I even begin, I'm going to say that Carson Wentz is not on this list, the running backs aren't on this list, nor are any wide receiver or tight end. Because that's not their fault why we've been struggling. It all starts with this guy, Doug Pederson. I feel like I was just talking about this, and it was 2016 when I was talking about this. And if you can see in my glasses, I'm watching the Cowboys game. But back in 2016, Doug Pederson was playing, he was the brand new coach in the NFL with the brand new quarterback in Carson Wentz. And let's just say, for a while, the play calling was rather suspect. Carson Wentz didn't have many people to throw the ball to, but at the same time, the play calling didn't really help anybody get open regardless. Fast forward to 2017, and you get an Alshon Jeffrey and a Torrey Smith and a LeGarrette Blount in your backfield, and things are looking up in the offseason at least. But we're not thinking Super Bowl, except for me. I called it out back in July of 2017. But hey, besides the point. Last year, you had all of those targets and everything, and we expected, just a little bit of an improvement, right? And we got way more than an improvement. We were one of the best offenses in the league, along with one of the best defenses, specifically against the rush in the league. And we marched our way, even with all the injuries, to a Super Bowl championship and a parade down Broad Street, which was one hell of a time, I'll give you that much. But now you fast forward to this year, everyone's recovering, everyone's trying to recoup after the celebration, after the injury recoveries and whatnot. Last year, Doug Pederson's play calling was a little suspect up until the point where he said, screw it, I'm going to be full-on aggressive mode, never going to not be aggressive, right? And it worked out in the end. We were one of the best teams on third down, one of the best teams on fourth down, and in two-point conversions. But this year, man, just when you think, after what you learned in the Super Bowl and everything, and the whole run up into the Super Bowl, that we're better being aggressive than we are conservative. And when we're conservative, we look like garbage. And for the last 2 weeks, whether it was against the Titans or whether it was against the Vikings, first half, specifically the first quarter, barely anything done yardage-wise, point-wise, and we're losing. And then second quarter comes around and things are different. This week we were losing badly. Last week we were winning by 7. But the play calling and decision making has driven me to a point where I lost everything last week and this week. Today, I streamed for near 2 hours. One of the streams did not manage to upload to YouTube due to a corrupted file and stuff, which is kind of sad, but I flipped. Everything just came out. I was so upset because a specific part in the game where you're down by 6 points, it's 4th down and 20, and you're in field goal range, and you decide with one timeout, let's try to force them off sides. Get a quick couple 5 yards. And you don't do that. And instead of opting for the 3 points to keep yourself within 3, you decide to take the delay of game and punt it. That was the changing point in the game. Not the fumble that was returned for a touchdown. Not the fact that Kirk Cousins was having just the easiest day picking apart our secondary like he always does. But at this time, he's with the frickin' Vikings, who have 2 of the best route runners in the league, one of the better tight ends in the league, and you don't go for the 3 points, and guess what you lost by? You lost by 2 points. Those 3 points were the biggest part of this game, and because you're stubborn, and you don't think about everything, you're just aggressive, or conservative. Let's just lay back a little bit. You screw up everything. You screw up Carson Wentz's return. He's 1 and 2 in his return, and hasn't been able to amount to what he can truly do like he did last year. Because you're holding him back, and you're holding yourself back because you think that you're a god. You think that every move you make will be correct. Well, guess what? That's not how it works in the National Football League, my friend. 2016 was, I thought, the lesson to be learned is that you're not going to be able to make the right calls and the correct play calls all the time, but sometimes you can make a play call, you can make a certain decision, and maybe later towards the game, it'll benefit you regardless. And hey, a field goal in the third quarter when you're down by 6 points, that could definitely help you out. And especially when you lose by 2 points. A field goal is 3 points, you would have won 24-23 if my math is correct, and yes, that's correct. I'm just saying, with all the struggles with the offensive line, I don't think the right call to take out Stefan Wisniewski and put in Isaac Seumalo, I don't think that was the right decision. Let alone being so stubborn to not let yourself put all three of your pretty dang good tight ends in there and help out with this offense who's been struggling against the blitz because Carson Wentz has been getting hit around like nobody is blocking for him. And Lane Johnson, there's a video coming for you, my friend, because you have been the reason why Carson Wentz has allowed the 2 biggest turnovers in the last 2 games, both fumbles that have changed every aspect of the game in the last 2 weeks. And watching this team struggle with all the talent that it has makes me furious. And that's why these last 2 weeks, you've seen me more upset and more furious, and I'm calling out Doug Pederson today, and tomorrow I'm calling out somebody else. Tuesday I'm calling out somebody else. Wednesday I'll get like 3 videos out calling out people and making a prediction for the Giants game, which right now I'm thinking we're going to win, but at the same time, I've said that about the Titans, I said that about the Buccaneers, and I've said that about the Vikings, because I believe in my team, and I'm an optimist. I think my team will manage to pull it off, and they've been disappointing me for the last 3 out of 5 weeks. So let's hope to God that Doug Pederson understands what to do going up against the Giants on a short week. I hope to God that Lane Johnson stops talking, stops making excuses, and actually does his job as the right tackle, all-pro stud that he claims himself and we claim him to be. And Jason Peters, I'm not going to call him out because he's, a 15-year vet? He's doing what he can. And I give him props today. He didn't do too bad. But I'm just saying, Doug Pederson, you need to fix what's wrong because you are the reason why we've lost this game and the Tennessee Titans game because your crappy-ass play calling that has forced us to be 2-3 when we could be 4-1 right now, ahead of the Redskins, ahead of the stupid Cowboys and the trash Giants who can't win against the Panthers. But then again, we probably won't because we've lost to the Titans and to the Buccaneers and to the Vikings. The Vikings, at home, That's all I got as far as calling out Mr. Doug Pederson. I'll be back with another video tomorrow to call out another idiotic piece of crap Eagles player, whoever. See you guys later.